The man poured an entire bottle of tar onto the ground to protect his son's body from the vultures. But the moment he left, one of the vultures suddenly dropped down and brutally attacked the boy. The sharp pain instantly woke him up. In panic, he grabbed the vulture and threw it with all his strength into the canyon below. That's when he realized he was lying right on the edge of a steep cliff. If he stayed there any longer, he would either starve to death or get torn apart by vultures. So he decided to climb down. But just a second later, his foot slipped and he nearly fell to his death. Somehow, he managed to grab a crack in the rock and ended up hanging in the air. Suddenly, heavy rain started pouring down. The rocks became slippery, and his hands slowly began losing strength. Looking down, he saw streams of water forming beneath him. Gathering all his courage, he took a deep breath and jumped. The next morning, he woke up in terrible pain. His leg was badly injured. Dragging himself across the ground, he somehow reached a small pool of rainwater and drank desperately. After resting for a while, he removed his shoe and saw that his ankle had swollen badly. He placed rocks on both sides of it and tightly wrapped it to keep it stable. Then he made a temporary support using tree branches. Fighting through the pain, he kept walking for hours until he finally reached the top of the cliff. But by the time he got there, his group was already gone. The only thing left behind was the grave his father had dug for him. Everyone believed he was dead. Suddenly, he spotted a wolf running straight toward him. He tried climbing a tree, but the wolf leaped up and bit his ankle. Instantly, he pulled out a knife and struck the wolf with all his strength. Then he quickly climbed up the tree while the wolf circled below, refusing to leave. By the next day, all the wolves had gone except for one injured wolf. The boy made a spear using a branch and his knife, then slowly approached it. As the wolf opened its eyes, his heart softened. Carefully, he tied a rope around it and examined its wounds. When night came, he brought the wolf into a cave with him for shelter. The next morning, he woke up and saw that the wolf had escaped from the rope and was staring directly at him. But instead of panicking, he slowly walked toward it with water in his hands. The wolf realized he meant no harm and finally calmed down. The boy himself could barely walk, and with no food around, he survived by eating insects. The wolf was starving too. The following day, he finally managed to catch a rabbit, his very first successful hunt. Back inside the cave, he tried desperately to start a fire. The smell of the meat made the wolf restless as it stared at the rabbit non-stop. The boy tore off a small piece and started eating first. The wolf understood and patiently waited. After a lot of effort, the fire finally lit up, and the rabbit slowly cooked over the flames. The wolf was starving and clearly wanted some too. The boy looked at the wolf and said, "If you want this meat, then you'll have to follow my rules."